All right. So we're back. Another We Love Hip Hop exclusive interview. You know what I'm saying? And a special one once again.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? We love to keep our eye on the pulse and the new talent that's coming up in the scene. You know what I'm saying?
I see you guys.
Yeah, man. And we see you. We see everybody who's producing a lot in the scene and making a print. You feel me? And I feel like your whole movement has been doing that, and I've been watching y'all. We've been watching y'all over the last 2 years, or at least as long as we've been doing the show.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you.
Which is almost 3 years now. All right, just to let you know. But with no further ado, we have Solo YS in the motherfucking building.
Better not be for the gram. Better not be for them hoes. Nigga, they know who I am. My neck is stay on froze.
So the way, you already know what it is, man.
And even with like what we're saying just now, with all the amount of stuff that you've been doing and the whole squad, could you give us a ballpark figure of how many videos you feel like you might have put out over the last 2 years, let's say?
Over the last 2 years, at least 12.
At least 12, eh?
Like the gang, like maybe 15. I'd say 15. A whole gang, probably 15 videos are out right now.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's like a video almost every month, every 2 months, man.
Yeah. We try to keep it, and we got them vaulted, ready to go.
Sure. Yeah. So that's how you guys like come up with having that much production. Just on the side.
Yeah,
he's got his blunts.
He's got his blunts.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you keep the production going. You guys have a whole bunch of videos in the vault, basically?
Yeah, we basically keep working. Sometimes we work on some songs that we feel like, they're bangers, but it's like they're not ready for that yet because we haven't, built everything up. So we shoot, we know it's there, put it away, and then when it's time, they're going to come. But we already have them.
So YS is the squad.
YS is the gang.
It's a family. Just okay.
East of Toronto right now, we're the hottest. And I'm about to, now we're trying to show everyone, what we do.
Yeah.
How many members? I see
you
like 15
right
with everybody with all the like.
I'll say eight.
Like all
eight
rappers.
members. Eight members all right now. Few of them haven't dropped videos, but every artist right now on YS has a song that you can search up and find them feature or an actual tune.
Yeah. Okay. And I know it stands for Young Soldiers.
Young Soldiers, yeah.
Besides you, there's Stunner YS who we met.
Yeah, Big Fresco.
Who else is in the squad?
Almighty is that's who started it with me. That's my co-creator. Made Different YS right there. Most Complicated YS. All these guys are gonna be rolling out just now, like Kafele YS. You're putting me on the spot, but there's the Mandem right there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mandem.
Yeah. So,
that's a big team still.
Yeah, man.
It sounds almost like Wu-Tang.
Yeah. So, even let's stay on the team for a second.
Yeah.
Was it like a collective of guys just rapping together, or you guys were like, let's do a label thing from the jump?
So, probably like, I want to say 2014, maybe a little bit before. Me and Izzy, Almighty Is, we just hooping, playing ball, young boy shit. Doing our young boy thing, and then, we always used to spit. Everyone smokes weed, and then they start spitting in the garage. And man, we were just like, one day we were just like, let's record something. He brought out the rock band mic. He's like, I plugged in Antares, auto-tune, and this and that. I was like, yo, let's try a thing. Started recording, and it was working. It was like, we showing people here and there, and they're like, oh, you guys make more music? And we're just like, oh, shoot, people actually think we're nice. So then we just said, let's get on it.
Let me stop here for a quick second. Because I seen this before, the rock band mic thing, right? Are you talking about from the video game?
The video game, it's a USB mic. So in the game, it goes in USB. So laptop or computer, plug it in. It's just a shittier mic. And then that's how
it's a USB mic.
So all the programs we have, we're like, oh, what mic are we gonna use? Plug that in the USB, and it, boom, it's on there. I was like, whoa, let's get it.
Yo, that's why to me that's so fucking mind blowing. Because as like an older man that's like, used to rap and all that, like we didn't have just like those different things where we could be like, let's just start recording with this.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Stuff to record.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's how'd y'all come up with to just use that mic?
Shout out Izzy for that one. I don't know. I guess that was a game that his family was playing at the time when we were about to start making the music, and it's like he just put it in, called me over one day. He's like, yo, I found a way to record. Forward.
And the rest was history.
Rest was history.
That's a blessing. You see, that's one thing, because you know, like Sony, they have, you know how Sony PlayStations or whatever, everything works. It's compatible. Remember, Sony, they make televisions, they make VCRs, they make computer screens, they make everything. So you know, like you said, it's USB. It's just a shittier mic. That's all it is. And it worked. That's blessed.
Yeah, man. And even like with them times, like with this being even the first time that we're talking, right? Let's go back and like get the YS or the solo history.
Yeah.
Okay. Before that, how'd you come up with the name Solo out of like the YSs and stuff?
Holy, Solo. When I first started making music, it was just like I had no name. It was just whatever mans were calling me, and they were calling me Jevy back then from when I used to hoop. So I was thinking to myself one night, I'm like, yo, what's a name that would fit? I'm like, and I thought to myself, it's like, regardless you have your dogs, them, your brothers, or whatever, at the end of the day, the decision is you. Like whatever decision you make to jump off the bridge, whatever, you're the final decision. You on your dolo, it's a solo decision at the end of the day. You can take the input from everyone, but it's your decision, dolo. So I was like, Solo, because I'm doing this on my dolies, my brothers are here helping me, but at the end of the day, I'm solo.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah. Dope. And even with like where you started, like where I see like you started in Etobicoke and then you went over to Bowmanville. So tell us about that, and what age did you go from Etobicoke to Bowmanville?
So I was born in Etobicoke General Hospital, and I grew up in Malton it was only my young boy days. You know, my mom moved me to my grandma's when I was about 7.
Okay.
And then I was at my mom's on weekends, so I was in Etobicoke and Malton on the weekends and Bowmanville during the week. Back and forth thing. You know, mom's trying to keep me, you know, away from all the trouble. Back then it was farm shit in Bowmanville. Like, I won't even cap to you. Like, everything was just like, my grandma's house was the last house on the street, and it's bare bush.
Just open space.
There's a McDonald's and then nothing really, a KFC, like the basic old time stuff in the town. Like, and then other than that, it's like, that's just Bowmanville from age 7, 8, all the way on, and then just been out there.
The dual experience of the city and what you like. That's country.
Back and forth. It used to be crazy.
Yeah, that's like a mind fuck. Like, you know, like, you're just waiting. It's like almost like you're waiting. I guess, I don't know. I'm just thinking of myself. Like, if it's like that, we're saying it's like, yo, we are Bush, and it's like, holy fuck, can't wait to get back to the city, even if it's only for 2 days. You know what I mean?
It was when I was a young boy, I used to cry when I had to leave my aunties from the west, and I was like, oh, Lee, I have to go back to Bear Bush and just
Was there racism out there? Because you must have been like the only black family out there.
Yeah, when I went there, it was like 2 black family, my grandma's family, and her best friend, pastor of our church.
Wow.
It was just them, and then maybe one other family. So I felt the racism, like, you know, but I can't say it was too heavy. My uncles grew up there, and they said it was way worse. So with me, it was just, you know, the basic rate. I'm the only black, so I'm always like singled out in a way. So it's always, you know.
So no N-words flying at you.
Following you for a minute.
See? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. See,
it's been following you.
Yeah. Right? I've always been the solo man. Like, I was the solo black kid in every class growing up. I was like, whoa.
So that name, it just came to you. Like,
it fits.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah.
It fits. And like, with the home, you talk about your mom. Did you have your dad at home as well?
Most of the time, Dad, he was there, but not there, you know what I'm saying? One of them ones, like, he's more in the streets type of thing. So it's like, he's there, you see him, drop some dough, gone. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Pops. You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
But he was still around.
He's around, you could say, you know what I'm saying? But it was Mama Duke. Shout out Mama Dukes and Grandma, you know what I'm saying?
And your brothers and sisters and stuff?
Sister, and then they're full sister, and then the rest are all halves and things. But shout out my sister Ali, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So where do you place them there? Are you like the oldest, middle?
Oldest. Oldest out of even the halves. I think I'm like the second oldest.
So do you feel from a young age you were like the man of the house?
Yeah, it felt like that when it was my mom, and even my grandma. When I went to my grandma's, I had my grandpa, but I always felt like I'm the man, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm the man.
Yeah.
For my family, I'm the man.
Yeah. And even when you were mentioning basketball and stuff like that, right? Like, were you like, I want to try to get into the NBA?
Yeah, that was my goal. I was going hard, playing rap and everything, and then I played at Durham College, and then after a while, I was just like, you know, I was making the music and it was working, and I was like, people are fucking with it, and I'm feeling like I'm going up, so I'm like, let me just focus on this basketball.
Yeah.
I had to mesh. Basketball wasn't just basketball at that time. It's like you got to do the school, but I didn't know what I wanted to do in school really. So it's like I'm wasting time trying to play ball, but I have to do the school.
Yeah,
so I was
yeah.
like, let me just push back from it. Let me fall back.
Yeah. And then besides the whole rock band, rock band microphone times and them times, right? When was the first time you started getting to the studio?
First time I went to the studio, I want to say the first studio I went to, shout out Peter Jackson. Studio in, I think it was Ajax, a studio he had over there. I think it was the first time I went to an actual studio. But yeah, that's the first time, yeah. And yeah, it was PJ. I linked him and I was telling him I wanted to, start. I was doing the recording thing because I knew he was I'm in the Durham region, Bonneville. I'm like, PJ's in Oshawa, is the only guy I hear about doing the music thing in Oshawa. Yeah. So I said, DM him, say, come check me out. Where could I record? He's like, yo, this is a stew, whatever. He even pulled up to one of my sessions, young boy days, like when I was at. To him, I was probably not even nice like that. You know what I'm saying? But he came, checked it, and he showed me the respect that that you want from someone like that, and I was like, gotta rate him.
That's big. Yeah. He didn't take his time to come.
Did not have to.
Yeah. What were you listening to pre-rapper?
Pre-rapper?
Yeah.
A lot of Lil Wayne and T-Pain and stuff like that. Akon and I always like the melody type of stuff, Yeah. So that's kind of like it translated to my music now.
Got a savage with me. When he up, I bet you hit the floor. On my broski's pack. Cause you heard that we ran off of y'all. Got rocks on.
I'm like more a melodic type of artist, so it's makes sense.
So you came in around that time. That was your first.
Those were like my.
Like when you were a shorty.
When I was a shorty, my uncles and stuff were bumping the Camerons and all the diplomats. That's my uncle. Like that was him. Like that's all I was hearing through my grandma's house. Like, her sons were always bumping Dipset.
Dipset?
Yeah. Because what I'm trying to figure out, because like I listen to a lot of the tunes, right? The videos, the Spotify stuff, all that, right? And I'm trying to figure out where's the influences coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I listen to the tunes and it's like I hear a lot of strip club tracks.
Dred, that shawty bad but no sign. Get on my ass, go get a bag, I really want cash. Got shawty, she wanted a dropper, she got a rapper, now she want brag.
Am I off with that?
A lot of my music is catered to like turn up and to the shorties. Like I'm singing to the shorties, like I'll take your shorty, like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if I'm not on my pain shit, I'm turning you up and I make sure you know that I'll take your shorty, like she's bumping that. It's that type of music. So I hear what you're saying, the strip club, like that's what a lot of the tunes I'm trying to get, that like the club music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Club vibe.
The club vibe.
As an artist, where do you get the spark? Like, oh fuck, I gotta start writing something right now.
Life,
you know them one day?
Just straight life. Like my experiences, like something will happen with it could be anything, and I just be like, yeah, I gotta write this down. Even just sometimes it's one line that comes to my head and then I'll go back to it and I'll say that, and I'll go back to that feeling.
Build from it.
Yeah, I'll build from that feeling, off that feeling. Like, yo, I really felt the type of way like that. Go read that line, that 2 lines I wrote down, and I'll be like, holy, and now I really feel it again.
So when it comes to the beats,
and then the beats, when it comes to the beat selection, it's like, when I'm listening to beats, people send me beats, it's usually like more up-tempo type of beats and stuff like that catch me right away, and more like piano vibes. That's like the type of vibe I'm on.
And piano vibes. Do you feel sometimes pushback from the older heads with the style, like the saucy style that you do?
She want a degree, she stacking, she racking, she do what she needs.
Yes and no. It's like, since I've been doing the music, it's like the vibe I get from the older heads when they listen to my music, it's like, YG, you're making me want to dance, you're making my shorty dance, like, So it's like, I've never really got that, what is this guy doing? The only thing I'll ever say is, back when I was, when I was performing, the one thing the OGs don't like that I did was the backing in my tracks. That's the one thing the OGs didn't rate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the thing I'm starting to do now, like no backing, and that's comes with the rehearsing and all of that.
Yeah. So you're talking about like having the track playing on the stage at the same time?
At the same time, you're the one the actual vocals.
Your vocals
not
are
just
playing. You're not performing your vocals.
It's like the vocals are on there. I'm performing it. Like I'm one of those guys that turn that down. Like I can sing.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I'm trying to like the OGs of the music are like, why do you need the backing? You know, you don't need to put that in there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just do it off of your vocals. You sound nice.
Yeah, they're trying to give you confidence off of your vocals. Like
off my vocals.
Your vocals are strong. You don't need that.
Yeah, that's the one critique that the older heads usually. That's the only thing they usually say about me.
Yeah. How do you get on like a lot of the collabos that you do, like even outside the camp? Like I seen you on a track with Oseko.
6'2" again, my story. So you don't know my story. So take time with me. I don't even need no.
That track fucking fire.
Tech time.
Yeah.
Shout out Oseko. I grew up with most of the features you see me doing is all in-house type of stuff. Like I actually know the man from back in the day. Like Oseko used to play ball together. He grew up in Curtis, and Curtis is right beside Bowmanville. Like 5-10 minute drive, you're in Curtis from Bowmanville.
Okay.
So me and Oseko used to play ball all the time. So he hopped on. He started making music a little bit before me, I'm pretty sure. And I always seen him doing his thing. So one day he linked me when he see me doing my thing. He's like, yo, we need to, make some music. So we made 1-2 tracks before, and they're whatever. And then one time he hit me with a record, a Tech Time, and I was just like, whoa. And I was just like, the rest is history with that one.
Yeah.
Most of my features are just in-house through the mans, dogs, them, like people I know.
Yeah.
I haven't really went outside of it yet, but I have a couple in the vault that are,
Yeah. I always feel like, and this is something I always wondered with artists who come from like the 905, right? Do you guys feel like sometimes a pushback from the artist or from the Toronto scene?
100%.
Tell us about it.
100%. Like from anytime an artist from Toronto or anything, the first thing they say when they hear someone put on an East End man's music, or I'm in the room and I hear it's like, who's that? Oh, he's from the East End. Oh, turn it off. Why are you bumping that? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm from the East End, so what does that mean? Oh, he's from the 5. Okay.
Yeah.
The
5. So that's how you break down the 905.
That's how I just call it the 5.
That's your own personal.
Yeah, I call it. I just in my bio is live from the 5.
Yeah, I noticed. I seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just call it the 5.
Yeah.
Because the man's call it the 6 in Toronto, right beside you, 5-6.
Yeah, but there's a lot of rappers who are coming out of the East, man.
There is. That's
like
what I'm saying.
He's an alumni of ours. He's from the East. You know what I'm saying?
East, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mans from the East. Like
the East is big.
It's going hard, but that's why I'm like the Toronto man's like. I feel like it's more a competition thing. It's like
I think it's just because you know exactly what you're saying. It's like, oh yeah, I'm from Toronto. I'm a Toronto.
So you're the main. You know, like
that's what it's
Americans only care about Toronto realistically. So they're like, I'm from Toronto, you're not. So I get to say that. So I'm ahead of you.
But end of the day, once you start touch road and you're overseas and out of town or whatever, they're gonna call you a Toronto nigga regardless.
Yeah, a Canadian nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna start backing you in a bigger bracket. You're a Canadian nigga regardless. Yep. We're all Canadian niggas to those Europeans. To the
they
Americans.
try to narrow it down. It's like it's like you said. It's easier just to say it's Toronto. Because if you try to I'm from Bowman, what?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Bowman, what? Huh?
You might as well just say Toronto.
Exactly.
Save that in between.
That's it. What's it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Even like a lot of Toronto people have moved east. Right?
A lot.
What's the difference from when you first moved out there as a shorty to what it is now?
Do you still go back to Bowmanville?
I'm in Bowmanville. I still live in the East. I've always stayed in the East. Like most of my family, other than my mom and my grandma, they all live still Malton and all of that. So everything I have to go check them is all the way out there. Yeah, and I'm gonna add something to that pot too, right? Because I know from my time when I was away, I was doing some pen time, and we were getting placed to different halfway houses, right? And a lot of the mans from the East who were catching charges in the dirty schwa and all them different places, they had to get sent to the halfway house in the East. So I know in the East niggas get it in over there too. They get it in.
Right?
It's mine over there. So everywhere's the same. Like
back to that question.
There's ghettos
What's
everywhere.
the difference between back in the days when you were a shorty out there and the way it is now?
I feel like a lot of that what you just said, like the more Toronto and the West End niggas moving east and having to go to halfway houses and go into Ben Lindsay, and you know, it all it did was it's always been streets are mod everywhere, everything's mod, but it's like it turned it up a little bit because now it's like no one knows it. It's a new face. It's new faces. It expanded it, but it's always been. It's everywhere's the same. It's the streets is the streets. The ghetto's the ghetto. Poor is poor. People get it and they get it how you live.
No, facts. What do you see as the Solo YS full glow up?
Full glow up?
Yeah. Like I know we can never get, because once we get to the level that we thought we wanted to go to, we're gonna want to go further. But like, what do you see now as this is what I'm gonna be when I'm on top?
Kicked up mogul status, like everyone wants to say Jay-Z pity, but like, you know, like that type of status. That's why I started the YS label. At the end of the day, I want to be a big CEO. Like I love music. That's why I make music, and I'm good at what I do. Yeah. So that's gonna take me to places that I really want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to build like a enterprise. Like I don't just want to be Solo YS, the music man that puts out the 1-2 hits, and you know you're gone and forgotten after that, other than your 1-2 hits. But I want to be remembered for something bigger. Like so YS is a movement, a legacy. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
My son, everything he does is gonna be like YS businesses that he didn't have to do nothing. He just eating. He's just I'm just running what daddy did. I'm just
generational wealth.
Yeah.
You see, a lot of people need to start thinking like that. You know, stop. Leave this petty shit alone, and start thinking about especially if you have kids. I don't know if you have kids.
No, I don't have no kids.
But you're already thinking about what? When I do have children, I want them to be set. And if a lot of people maybe change their mindset, maybe the violence would quell a bit.
It would definitely. It's just the mindset. It's the mindset.
Where do you think you got your mindset from like that? Has it always been that way?
My mindset's pretty much always been like that. I probably got it from my grandma and my grandparents. It's just more of a humble, like, I'm a church boy too at the same time. So it's like more of just, do you. Take it, put your nose is only facing forward, So just do you. Just go in your direction, your path. Don't put your nose in other people's saying you're good. Everything is nice.
It's mind your business.
I like that.
It's live business.
Live your life. Facts. Solo. You do it yourself. Live what you can do.
Yeah, I like that. Your nose is only pointing forward.
Yeah, your nose is only pointing forward. Just
Sam,
go.
you need to send that to me. Thank you.
So you went for a phone.
That's the title of the show.
It's a quotable. That's a quotable.
No, that's what we do, right? We take something that either something Friday might have said, I might have said, or the guest might have said, or something Sav might have said. And we use it as a title, like you said right there. Your nose is only pointing forward.
Facts.
So that's going to be the title of this episode.
Facts.
Right?
Facts. Even with everything that we're talking about here, right? And with our city, like east to west, all over, it's madness.
It's circus right now in the street.
What we ask all our guests, right, is what do you think that we can do to bring down some of the way that it's been so hot out here in the city with the gun violence and all the bullshit?
We got to start some programs for the everyone, all the youth, all the gangbangers, whatever. Everyone, music's the way to the soul, everything. So start some programs that, make them want to do it, entice them to, go there, like, pay for a music video if you finish this program, this and that. It'll make man's like, well, let me just go finesse this program and get a video. You're still out the streets, you know what I'm saying? You're still not focused on that.
That's
You're
a good
still,
angle right
you know
there.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just gotta create some type of community stuff to build. I don't see enough of that. Like, that's what everyone's focus is on right now. A lot of people are making music. A lot of people that's their way to try and express themselves. So make some more music programs and more,
Make it more accessible.
Yes, more art, more accessible for all the young people. Mans are gangbang, but everyone loves to make all these gangbangers are making music and they're getting clout, but they're not doing nothing with it. They're just in the streets still. But you gotta make some. You gotta entice them. Everyone loves bread. Everyone loves this. Music videos, no one wants to pay the music cameraman, so figure out who the top cameraman is and start some programs with the cameramans. Start some, some directors and start some stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's true, though.
Fucking Solo YS is dropping some fucking jewels on us.
Insane.
Jeez. Yo, the thing is, all right, and we've gotten a lot of fucking answers over the years, right? Because I feel like we've been asking this question now almost 2 years now. Right?
Unfortunately, we have.
It's gonna be a question for forever. Unfortunately,
your answer had an actual solution, a focused solution. Like, if you do this, we can get this, and then people will want to fucking do it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because the thing is, it's a lot easier to say, yo, do a program. And
no, it's so
about
true.
What?
Yeah, what makes him want to go do that program? He's in the streets doing this. What the hell is he going to want to do that program for?
It's so true, though. If you can guarantee program where someone after
he's trying to go kick up with the man and
if
they can complete a program and get a free video, I'm
free
pretty
music video from cameraman of there, you know.
Yeah, we might have to fucking start something like that, a We Love Hip Hop fucking program.
Young Soldiers,
I might be jumping out the window. But
We Love Hip Hop, Young Soldier collab on that. You know what I'm saying? You might have to do something.
Yeah, man, because that's a focus plan right there. With all the sense and everything that we're talking here, right? You've been doing music now. You know, you're just starting, but you're in.
I'm in.
Right? What's the most valuable lesson you feel you learned so far?
Most valuable lesson? Stay focused. It's just stay focused. Like, no matter what is going on, just keep your mind on the positive stuff that is going on. There's always a positive.
Yeah.
Always a positive. Talking about this today with my manager, it's just like, he's telling me, like, just focus on the positive stuff, man. Like, a lot of shit's going on. He's just like, yeah, but look at this. Like, you're about to go here. You're about to go do this.
Yeah.
This person just linked you. But sometimes you're too busy focused on whenever you put your focus on, you see how strong focus is. Put your focus on the fuckery. That's all you're thinking about. You sidetrack from anything positive that's going on. So I just said focus is probably stay focused on positivity is the main thing I've learned. No matter what, even if the tiniest bit of positivity, like, you know, you got just taking your likes on your last few videos and just you got 2 more likes on this video than the last one. You did something that's positive. Just think about that. If you get 2 more likes on 100 more videos, where you at now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a great mindset.
Yeah, man. I'm digging that, man. Like, man's focused.
Yeah, I was gonna say the man has a focused agenda. He knows what he wants to do.
Yeah, man. So speaking of focus, when can we see the focus on a full-length project?
It's in the works. That's all my focus has been on since last quarter of 2019. Just been focused on, okay, we gotta just put some stuff together and make a project.
Yeah.
So you guys are probably gonna see a full-length project. I want to say spring.
Okay.
Springtime, you'll get a project. Or you'll probably see you can maybe see. I don't want to say you won't see anyone from the camp. Or anyone from anywhere else, but focus is solo right now, you know what I'm saying, on that project, because everyone's been saying, like, when are we getting that? So it's coming springtime.
You know what I forgot to ask? Are you able to go into the States?
Yes.
Do it, man. Sorry.
That's what it is. Gotta do it.
I've been getting excited when I'm like, yo, you can do those things.
Across the border, utilize it.
So that's what me and the soldiers been talking about. You gotta take some trips and go, network.
Yeah.
Do you have problems booking shows?
I've never really had problems booking shows. It's just at the point where, like, what do you have? Like, what are you showing them to make them want to give you something beneficial for you to go out there? You know what I'm saying? If you don't have nothing, it's like I could book shows all day, but what am I getting out of those shows?
Yeah.
I could book at every bar in my city, every bar in every city around mine. But if I don't have anything really to give, they're just giving me nights where, here's some tickets to make sure you do this. So really up until like last year when we started dropping that, that's when, you could start saying, you can't holler at me without, the pay. But the booking shows in Durham from like downtown, more east, it's always been easy. I've never really done any shows, or the soldiers never really done shows more west than DT. Done a couple in Rexdale, a couple, around the Tobacco ends, but that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Solo YS in the motherfucking building.
Solo YS, man. Soldier gang.
Young soldiers.
Yeah, man.
Shout out my guys.
Very fucking dope conversation, man.
Thank you.
I want to hold you for something. We got something called Smoke and Mirrors. All right.